Hey everyone, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tula.
And welcome back to
Spilling the Tea with
S
and T.
Woo!
Episode 6.
Let's go! Okay, so this was like probably the best episode of this season.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, right? It started off with like a bang, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was a group date.
Yeah, we got right into the group date.
Yeah, right into it. And Ashley, former Bachelorette contestant Ashley, and her husband Jared, also, who was, I think they met in like Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Bachelor in Paradise. They showed up for a little pop up in the group date.
Yeah.
To judge, and the group date was what? Who can be
named the man and not the man-child?
Well, no, who can be named the grown-ass man compared to the man-child?
Yes.
That's what it was, right?
Yes. First, I loved Tayshia's green dress with it.
Was it green?
So cute.
No, just sorry.
I thought it was super cute. It was like summery,
the whole
flowy.
fit. Her outfits this episode, all I have to say, were on freaking point.
They really were.
Whoever her stylist is, killing it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Killing it. So the first thing that they wanted them to do was to test them on like, I guess like they're in school, like kind of like,
yeah,
like trivia, math equations, things like that. And what was funny was that Bennett in the group date, everyone knows Bennett, he's like the super fancy bougie man.
Yeah.
He's from New York, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So he went to Harvard University and he's like, psh, I got this. I went to Harvard University.
Yeah.
And Tula, what happened?
He literally, I'm dead because he's doing all these math equations and he was getting every single math equation wrong, which was honestly super funny. But then again, I was like, honestly, I'd be Bennett because I can't do things under pressure like that.
Yeah. And also, maybe like that's not what his major was. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe his major was like being a lawyer or communications or something, because I was a communications major and I'm terrible at math. So
yeah.
But, you know, you never know. But also you're right, under pressure, he probably was like, oh God, like, but he acted super cocky, so
yeah,
it made him look bad, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, it honestly was funny, and they were just picking on him the entire time.
I felt so bad. They're like, this dude went to Harvard.
Yeah, but then at the end of the group date, which we'll talk about, they made up for it.
Yeah.
So,
and then I love how smart Ivan is. Ivan's like one of my favorite
he's super
contestants.
Sweet.
He's super sweet. He was smart. And he was funny because he kept getting everything right. He just like looks over at Bennett like, what is going on? Like, is he okay? Like, he's not getting anything. I thought that was really funny.
I know.
Everyone's just like, what?
Yeah. And then also during this group date, we get to know Ed a little bit better.
Yes, we really get to know Ed this week. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow. He was being really cocky and annoying too during the beginning of the group date. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are you being like this?
Yeah.
And then he was also like chewing his gum annoyingly, like commenting on me, like chewing. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like, spit your gum out. You're in freaking television.
Of weird things like that.
Yeah, he's kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah.
And everyone pointed this out. He has chicken legs.
Oh my God.
Why does he only work out? I'm trying to understand why guys only work out their upper body, and then like you look down and like it's not even a chicken wing, it's like the chicken bone on their legs. I don't understand.
I feel like a lot of guys though like have that issue. I don't know what it is.
I don't think it's an issue. I think they just don't do leg day. They skip leg day all the time. Like, I just don't understand. Like, just go do some squats, dude. Like, you really need it. Like, your top is gonna become too heavy and your legs are just gonna break in half because they can't handle your top. Anyway.
He did have a lot of muscles up top.
Yeah, it was weird. And the way he worked out, oh God, it was disturbing to watch, honestly. Disturbing.
Yeah. But the other funny part during that group date was obviously Ed being like, I need to get anything other than the man child.
Yes.
Little do we know who's the man-child.
And yeah, that was funny because they named Ed the man-child because he also lost in the second round where they had to like tug of war and get the flowers or whatever for Tayshia. He lost, which was really funny. Little chicken wang. I'm gonna call him a little chicken wang. Ed is a chicken wang. So that was really funny. And I thought it was even like, he sounded like an idiot. He goes, she's like, oh, I hope he has like a little name or whatever. And he goes, yeah, it's Carlos. I'm like, from The Hangover? Isn't that what they named the baby in the Hangover movies? Carlos? Like, that's what you came up with out of all things? So it's kind of like,
that baby was honestly the best part.
It was
of that date.
It was funny, and they used it throughout the night.
Yeah.
So.
And then let's talk about Bennett in the group date.
Yeah, I was literally just about to get to that. Bennett.
Okay, so after Bennett basically looks like he is very
lied,
not smart.
Lied about going to Harvard. No.
Yeah, basically he jumps in with like their little, what were they doing, like one-on-one things, kind of like they were all like trying to impress her in bed.
They had to cook breakfast for her in bed.
Yeah. So Bennett, obviously, he comes out with like this perfect looking dish of like what, scones
There's
or
like
something?
some French baguette, like the donut, the French, and he's like dressed in just a robe.
Yeah. And he finally makes up for all of his unknown answers by literally getting in bed with Tayshia, and what does he do, Sarah? Freaking makes that move on her.
He literally gives her the breakfast and like starts making out with her in front of everyone. I was like, whoa, she liked it. She liked it. She's like, oh, like, okay, there we go. That's what I wanted.
I seriously couldn't believe that he actually did that in front of everybody. I feel like that's really rare that they kiss in front of the group.
I mean, sometimes people do that though, remember? Some people did that in the past.
Yeah.
But that was like, wow. But she liked it, so. And then super jealous Chasen was saying how, oh, Tayshia doesn't like it. And saying like all this crap. I think he was just really mad that he didn't win the grown-ass man award, which went to Bennett, of course. And he was like talking crap, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Tayshia really liked that. Like, she was getting into the makeout session.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I just think you're jealous.
Yeah. Chasen was like digging himself into a hole this entire episode.
Yes, definitely. But he did. I feel like towards the end, he was like, I'm over this, and like. Ed obviously just kind of kept pounding him about it, but we'll get to that, of course.
Yes, definitely.
And then, of course, so Bennett won the Grown Ass Man Award, so I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Then, cocktail hour, Tula.
That was interesting.
It was actually really interesting because Bennett was, like, kind of rude.
Yeah.
Right off the
start. That was so awkward, the way he started it.
He didn't even let her breathe, and he's like, can I just like take you out? And she's like, Can
I say hi?
Can I just say hi to everyone? Like, it was so awkward.
I think that was honestly the most awkward thing, because I feel like this entire episode she was put in awkward situations because either men were trying to like grab her away, or they're just like basically confronting her with some other drama, and she's like. But yeah, anyways, Bennett was trying to like pull her away at first, and then Ed and Chasen were having that drama, so I feel like she was put into all of these awkward situations.
Well, Bennett wanted to grab her at first, and then obviously she was like, I want to say hi, like, no. And then right when he wanted to grab her again, that's when Chasen took her, and he's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
So that was a little sneaky, but I feel like that was coming because that was like, I don't think she really even wanted to talk to him at that point. Like,
I don't
it was
either.
Awkward.
Exactly.
So you brought up how Ed started to be like more of a good sport during cocktail.
Yeah.
Not cocktail hour, like the cocktail date, whatever, after the group date.
Yeah, I feel like in like the previous episode with like basically just like the previews that we saw of Ed, Sarah and I were both like, ugh, like we don't like Ed. Yes. But then this date came, and in the beginning we were like, we don't really like Ed.
Yeah, we were like,
because of like whatever, the whole thing. But then once he got named man-child, we were like, wow, he's being a really good sport about it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't care. He's just having fun with it. He's carrying the baby everywhere. Like, he's living for it. So we started to like Ed, but then I don't know, like I don't know now.
I mean, Ed thinks Chasen is a fraud.
And we're
trying to figure out why. He like kind of explained that he was like, oh, like you're like using the same words and details and like synonyms of like how he would talk and explain Claire and talk to Claire as it was like the same thing he was saying to Tayshia. Yeah. So I guess that to him is like fraud. That's kind of like what I got out of that. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out because obviously she keeps him in the end. Yeah. Spoiler alert. I mean, this is a recap. Yeah. So. But I don't know. I think they both are like just need to go home in my opinion because I don't know. She wants a grown ass man, then they're not. Yeah. For her, in my opinion. So. And I feel like she knows it, but for some reason she keeps saying that she really likes Chasen, and obviously it showed because she kept both of them, whether it's for the drama or that she really liked him. But I think Ed's going home next week. I think Chasen is gonna stay around, and I'm gonna make a prediction that Chasen is gonna end up being the bad guy in the end, and possibly the person that her dad is talking about. You think? I honestly, I could see that because the way that Ed's talking and saying he's a fraud and like all that, and still thinking about like Claire, and he's like, oh, I didn't even have feelings for Claire, and like you know, but we don't know. Yeah, we didn't really know. It's just everything is a little weird right now. Yeah, I think the one red flag that Sarah and I were like, what, was when Chasen was like, oh yeah, Tayshia's a smoke show. Oh yeah, everyone was like online on Twitter was like, smoke show? Yeah. Like, how does they're like, how do you feel about the word smoke show? Like, do you really want to be told that you're a smoke show? Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to be called a smoke show. That's, I feel like, again, you're being a boy, or you're being immature, kind of. Like, she wants a man, so why don't you call her something more appropriate? Yeah, it's like the equivalent to being called hot. It's like nobody wants to be like out somewhere and a guy comes up to you and they're like, oh, you're so hot, instead of like, oh, you're so pretty, or like, you're looking gorgeous, or like beautiful tonight. It's like you know that. What I mean? I don't know, like it's kind of douchey in my opinion. I agree. Yeah, I just don't love the smoke show thing. A little weird. Yeah, me either. And I don't like how he was so okay with like talking about it in like this huge group of men, like, yeah, Tayshia's a smoke show. I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't like that. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I want to talk about this was really funny. It's just quick. Ben, when she was sitting with him, they're like kind of getting along, and then all of a sudden he goes, I would like to kiss you. I kiss you. I'm like, I think that is so like awkward. Like, me and Tula were just like, what? Like, why don't you just, I don't know, why don't you just kiss her? If you're in a great conversation with a woman and then all of a sudden you go, I want to kiss you, or I would like to kiss you. Yeah. Like, that just made it super awkward. Like, if you're getting along and you feel like you're connecting, just do it. Yeah. The worst thing that could happen is she's like, ew, no. But like 99% of the time, if you're vibing, we want it. You know, kiss us. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought that was really weird. She loved it. Yeah. She was like really digging in, like really kissing her. Like, I mean, kissing him, not her. I'm sorry. I think that Ben honestly kind of looks like a baby still. Like he looks like a man-child in my opinion. He really does have a baby face. I'm not saying he acts like it or is a man-child. He has a baby face still. Yeah. He never like, I feel like he never grew in his like man face. Yeah. Anyway, she really likes him, so okay. She didn't think it was awkward. She went for it. Yeah. And then drum roll. Okay. After Ben talks to her, I'm pretty sure Ivan swoops in with his, you know, sweet self. And I thought this was really funny because
every single time Ivan talks to Tayshia during this episode, some like dramatic music kicks in that like makes you feel some type of way. Like it shows you that they're like in love. Like they're trying to like make it seem like they're in love.
Yes.
And obviously they have that connection. Like you can already tell. And Ivan just seems like such a genuine person. So I like this. I like this going
I love them together. I think they're great.
Yeah.
And Ed speaks with Tayshia.
Oof.
And this is when, you know, it gets hot. There's not hot like oh sexy, like this is when it gets like, oh no, like it's heating up. There we go.
Exactly.
Heating up, not getting hot. Oh god. Anyway, it starts heating up and Ed name drops Chasen to Tayshia, saying that he's worried and that he's a fraud and like just going on about it. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Like there's always someone who name drops.
The worst thing you could do.
Worst thing that you could do. I think the one thing that I did like about this whole thing with Ed was that he actually like told Chasen like, yeah, so like I talked to Tayshia about you. Like he was brutally honest, and honestly I like that because most of the time they won't admit that they were, you know, talking crap about the other person to the bachelor or bachelorette. So I'm like, okay, like yes, I like this. Like I'm happy that he's being straightforward.
Yeah.
But I feel like also Ed just like doesn't stop though. It was getting annoying. He just kept like bringing it up. And then they just kept fighting, so that was annoying. But
yeah, I felt like Ed was like the little annoying brother to Chasen.
Oh my god,
just
that
kept,
is
like,
such a great way to put it.
Nagging him the entire time, and Chasen was like, "Listen, bro, like."
Yeah. So then, though, like this, like is also like throughout the night. Chasen like got really upset, so he like came through and like Ed was just sitting there after. Well, Tayshia has a conversation with Chasen and like they talk, and then he comes out and he's like, dude, like I really like her. Like it's really funny because it is like an older brother thing, and like he's just like, dude, like I really like her, and I'm sorry. I'm cracking myself up right now. And he's like, you know, you're messing with my relationship. I'm trying to have a relationship, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was starting to get, like, really mad. Mm-hmm. And would you say it was aggressive or no?
See, I don't think it was that aggressive.
No,
like,
yeah, I didn't
Ed,
either.
I feel like, took it to heart and, like, over-dramatized it for whatever reason. But I think that, Chasen was upset. He was probably more frustrated than angry, and that's just how his frustration came out. So, I don't know.
It wasn't like he was trying to, like, beat him up or anything either. Like, it didn't come off like that. So I thought that was annoying that Ed was like, oh my god. Like, he cried a freaking wolf or something.
He really did.
He was like, oh my god. He was, like, so, like, aggressive. Like, I thought he was gonna, like, hurt me or something. I'm like, shut up. Like, that's not at all. But he was just confronting, like, he wants us to be done.
Yeah, exactly.
He pretty much said that the first time. And then they have to have a conversation again. But anyway.
3 days later.
It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. But in the end, Ivan got the group date rose.
Yes.
Which was awesome.
I
so
love
happy.
that for him.
Yes.
We both agreed that it was either going to be, we wanted it at least to be either Ivan or Ben.
Yes.
And Ivan got it, and I think he deserves it. She made a good choice, so.
Totally agree. Totally agree. I think she's doing well. Like, she's really listening to her gut. But obviously, I do think that the producers are still, obviously, always have, I feel like the producers mostly always have a say in the end. But let's talk about the first rose ceremony.
Yes. Her first rose ceremony ever in Bachelor Nation.
Oh my god.
I would be terrified.
Yeah, I would be too, because usually she was on the other end. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of nerve-wracking, and she just met these guys.
Yeah.
I think she made the right decisions, though, because we didn't even really know. I don't think I know any of the guys' names that went home.
Yeah, me either.
None of them. So I don't think she made a wrong decision. Mm-mm. She listened to her gut, and like she did know Chasen and Ed more than the other guys.
Yeah. And
I just knew that they wanted to keep them because they wanted to do like I was predicting either the 2v1 date where like one of them goes home, one stays, or they just wanted more drama, which obviously that's always the case. So they probably were like, Tayshia, we want you to keep Ed and Chasen.
Exactly, yeah. I think she made a great decision in the rose ceremony.
Me too.
Literally, we didn't know anybody other than the people who she kept, so.
Yeah, and she even said, she was like, I don't think I'm getting feelings or feeling any like romantic feelings towards these guys.
Yeah.
So why am I keeping them? Exactly. And I feel like they didn't even really talk. So it's, you know, I don't blame her. I would have sent them home too.
Yeah. Me too. So then, after the rose ceremony, we have the group date.
That was an intense group date.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, because my boyfriend actually was here. Shout out to Brett. He came and actually was interested in the show. That's how intense it got this week. It was wrestling, right?
Yeah, we were watching like WWE or whatever.
It was like WWE. Like, it was super intense. She literally had them go into like a little like toy pool or whatever, and it had oil, like rubbing oil up and down on them, like spraying them. I'm like, this, I feel like they're gonna get hurt. If I was sprayed in oil, I wouldn't even be able to stand. I'd be slipping around everywhere.
Yeah. For the first time ever, I was literally sitting on the couch and was like, are we actually still in La Quinta? Like,
oh yeah,
I completely forgot that we were still in the resort. Like, they made this set look so nice.
They were in the spa, probably.
Yeah, probably.
They redid the spa location.
Right, like they can actually do that now. But yeah, no, I was like very impressed.
Yeah, the set was done really, really well.
Yeah.
So, it actually, like, they went somewhere else and like went on like a date, so that was really cool.
Yeah,
I honestly really liked this group date. It was entertaining. You wanted, you know, the guys were getting into it. Some of them were kind of getting hurt, but it wasn't like too bad. The funniest thing though was Ed not fighting.
I
made an excuse. I think he was scared, honestly.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because I'm like, there's no way, like, he's like, this dude looked like a wrestler, and he was huge, and like, I think he was just scared and he didn't want to fight Noah. He didn't want to go home because he got hurt. Like, I don't know. What do you think, Tula?
Yeah, no, I was literally just gonna say, when Ed like backed out, before like the whole date, they showed Chasen like basically talking shit. And he was, at that point, I can say that he was actually being aggressive. Yeah. When he literally, quote unquote, was like, you are not going to be able to wake up tomorrow. Your mom is going to have to come and carry you out of this ring.
I was like, okay.
I was like, oh my gosh, is that foreshadowing to freaking Ed being in the hospital now? But then you find out Ed backs out.
I was really surprised by that, to be honest. He's like, something with his shoulder. Yeah. I'm like, that's such bullshit. You were just literally pumping probably like really 50 pound weights on each arm. Like if anyone that's not watching, they're just listening, like, please watch. Just like on YouTube right now, like, he was like with his shoulders like pumping like crazy, and like there's no way that like you have a shoulder injury because your shoulders are bigger than my head.
Yeah, and he literally calls Chris Harrison over and he's like, yo, like, I can't fight. And Chris Harrison like knows. He made the producers make sure that they showed Ed lifting like 1,000 pounds right before that scene.
Right before that scene. I was so confused. I'm like, why? He's not gonna fight. I honestly think he was scared. That was it. Yeah. He didn't want to fight. He's a talker. He is. Another talker.
Oh, for sure.
Like Spencer.
Yeah. Oh my God, Spencer. We didn't really see him much.
No, not much today, because it was the Chasen and Ed show.
Not the Claire
and Dale show. The Chasen and Ed show today.
Yeah. I feel like also, like, during that date, Chris Harrison made a low blow. I feel like he's had a lot of low. Yeah. So okay, when Ed was like, oh yeah, I'm not fighting or whatever, and then right after that, Chris Harrison went back on, talked to Wells, the whatever co-host, and was like, oh, well, does anybody else want to jump in who actually wants to fight for Tayshia? Oh. I was like, that's a low blow, Chris Harrison.
I didn't notice that. I love that. Chris Harrison, you're killing it, man. Like, I think he's tired of the bullshit too, honestly.
He really is. He's like, you know what? You're in or you're out. Exactly.
I didn't even hear that. That's actually really funny.
It's like, wow.
So who jumps in, Tula?
No one.
With freaking jeans. This guy literally wants to fight in his jeans. Yeah. I was like, is this really happening right now? But honestly, Noah looks like don't get offended, anyone, but he looks like a crazy hillbilly. He does. He looks like a crazy hillbilly person. The way he acts and everything is like crazy. Yeah. And And I think he totally, like, that energy is the same with Chasen. Like, they both had that crazy, like, I hate psycho, I guess, a little bit.
We're like trying to make it better.
Psycho, but like that crazy energy, like they both like they're like kind of like dogs when they get wild. Crazy. They're like like I guess gorillas too. You could say like need to get their energy out. They were going crazy, like throwing, like really throwing each other down. Yeah. It was very intense and very fun to watch.
Yeah,
though.
I think that was honestly a very deserved or well needed, for better word, therapy session for the two of them.
Yeah, they needed that.
They just both needed to get their anger out, and they did, and they didn't fight about it. They were just like, all right, cool, dude. Thanks for fighting me.
That was, I really like that date. I don't know, like no one really got that hurt. Only some guys, but they're like, oh yeah, we're fine. Also, the floor looked like it was concrete.
Yeah.
Was it a padded floor, or were they actually body slamming each other into concrete? I know. It didn't look like it was soft.
And they were getting like burns. It looked like wood burns.
Yeah.
So maybe it was wood. Like
they were body slamming each other. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. I don't know. The burns like looked really gross. Then after that, yeah, it was cocktail hour after that, and she invites Noah. Yeah. And everyone's like, are you kidding me? But like honestly, he jumped in and
deserved it.
He deserved it. And Noah won. No, Chasen. It was Chasen who won the wrestling match overall.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh yeah, like that's right, I'm the man. Like,
yeah,
whatever.
I don't know how they decided that.
I don't know who decided that, but they did. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like, when did that happen?
I know.
Honestly, my boyfriend was like, you know, the jeans dude should have won. No.
Can you imagine?
I don't know, but he totally deserved to be on that group date.
Oh yeah,
because he jumped in and he like, you know, played one for the team or whatever you want to call it. So Tayshia invites him to the group date, Noah, and everyone's like, oh great, like she invites him to the group date, which everyone's like mad, but honestly he deserved it, so whatever, get over it, boys. She starts talking to everyone, and Ben just like, oh yeah, like I got this, like I'll just wait, you know, I'll wait till everyone's done. Like he just keeps sitting there and they keep going back to him. And he's like, oh no, it's fine. Like, I'm not worried. I don't need to, I'll wait to talk to her. And she keeps talking to everyone. And we get to the end of the group date. And she's about to give out the group date rose. And he goes, oh, can I talk to you? Ben says that. And she's like, well, the date's over. I'm about to give the rose out. Like, why didn't you come to me? Yeah. Like, I really wanted to talk to you, but like you should have came to me earlier. And he's just like, oh,
that was so cringy.
That was really bad. Like, dude, like you need to fight for her. That's what she wants.
Yeah.
Like you need to take chances. You can't just sit there and expect her to be like, oh yeah, like I only want Ben. Like that's not how this works. Like you need to fight for her. That's why everyone's here, because they're fighting for her.
Yeah. I think that probably the best conversation that Tayshia had during that cocktail hour was actually with Noah. Like,
I know. That's so bad. I know. I think so too. He's so goofy. He like literally has JPJ energy. Like I have to say this. Like he does. He has JPJ energy so much. She likes younger guys. Like I noticed that. She's into the younger guys. So I don't know. We'll see where this takes off. I feel like Noah's gonna be in like the top 4 in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just like how he like he might seem like an ass when he's interacting with the guys, but he actually seems like he could be like a good boyfriend, like possibly to Tayshia, because I feel like just like how he was talking to her was so like innocent and like cute. Like when she was going to kiss him and whatever, and she pulls away after the first kiss, and he was like, what? And she was like, hold on. He was like, it's the mustache, isn't it? Like he was just like making jokes like out of his own mustache.
Yeah, he was being cute. He definitely was being cute.
Yeah. So I could see why she likes him.
Yeah, they vibe very well together. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't turn into a bad guy. You know? Yeah. Because I feel like she does. She's starting to really like him. And also, what was really funny is that he comes back with as my boyfriend likes to call it, a manscaper. And apparently a manscaper is used to shave your balls.
Yeah.
Or your pubic hair. We had no idea. And we're like, what do you mean it's a manscaper?
Yeah,
and apparently he gives Tayshia a manscaper to shave his mustache.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Well, it's a sensitive area, so you know, you don't want to just use a regular like electric razor. I don't know. I don't have a mustache, so I don't use a manscaper.
All I know is she was shaving against the grain with that.
Oh yeah, like, she was. That poor guy. Oh my god.
He's gonna have a rash later.
Oh yeah. But it was so needed, and honestly, he did look so much better without a mustache. So much. Like, he is the type of person, like, you know, a lot of people look terrible without like their beards and mustaches. Like, they look so weird. Yeah. Like, he looked so much better without that mustache. I was so happy like he let her do that, and I think he realized that like she felt like, she's like, wow, like you actually look so much better.
Yeah. He literally is walking out with this quote unquote manscaper saying it's my relationship or the mustache. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That was really funny.
Smart choice.
Yes, smart choice, exactly. That was so funny. So I thought that was a really good way to end the episode, and like that date and everything, and she gave Noah the rose. Yeah. She wound up giving Noah the rose. So that was really good. I mean, everyone was so pissed off about it because Noah wasn't even originally on the date. Yeah. So that pissed everyone off. But like, everything happens for a reason. This is why you need to take chances, people. Yeah. Because like, this is what happens. Like, he wasn't even supposed to be on the date. Like, this would have all never happened if he wasn't there. Yeah. So
he took a chance, and like, he basically like made a way for him to get time, and like, the guys can't even be bad about it because it's not like he did it in a sneaky way. Like, he jumped in when they asked, and fair game.
It was fair game, 100%. And like, you know who's getting really upset about it? Brendan? Yeah, your other man.
Wait, what?
He was getting upset about Noah and everything, like coming in and like winning the rose and stuff. Oh. He got upset at the end.
Interesting.
Yeah, he did.
I must have missed that part. He's probably like playing with Casey or trying to get her to calm down.
Casey is Sula's dog, her boxer. Was very excited.
Yeah, very.
But yeah, I was really happy with this episode. Tons of drama, which is normal, but it needed to just like end already. That was my opinion on that. Yeah. Anything else that you thought about?
I thought this was honestly the best one so far.
Yes. Like, a hundo, yeah. 100%.
It felt the most like Bachelor.
Yes,
whatever.
It felt normal.
Yeah, like I forgot we were in a resort.
you know, it's like, it's almost like life is slowly going back to normal. Honestly, no. Yeah. The Bachelorette, this episode was normal. Yeah. 2 companies have. I'm gonna go a little off topic right now. 2 companies have found vaccines that are over 90% effective. Yeah. One's 90%, the other one's 94% effective. So hopefully they can start pumping those out. And like, you know, I'm not saying you have to take the vaccine. I probably wouldn't do the first round of vaccines either. But like, it's a start, and like, people will take it. And like, it might take like a year or 2 for everything to be back to normal, but like, it's slowly getting there.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm hoping
2021, man.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Who knows what's gonna happen in 2021? It's up in the air. A lot of scientists, a lot of people are saying they don't know, because like, we really don't. We don't know what's gonna happen. And there could be total like problems with these vaccines all of a sudden. So you don't know, but we're praying that it gets better. And like, I'm just like, that's why I'm like, the little things like right now are so important, because like the Bachelorette, finally this one episode just felt so normal. Yeah. And then everything else in life just slowly, hopefully, is piecing back together.
I hope so.
The holidays are like around the corner too, so I feel like a lot of people are excited and like super hopeful with that. So I'm hoping everyone too feels that way, that like, you know, everything's starting to feel normal.
Yeah, I totally agree.
One last thing I did want to talk about was, so last week on the date with it's Brendan, right? Brendan. She talked about her divorce because he was divorced as well. Yeah. And there wasn't a problem or anything. Like, they bonded and everything. But E! News kind of was like an asshole about it. And Tayshia had to talk about it because she was really upset. They were, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me go look quickly. She's had to make a whole statement for it. She was very upset with them because she kept bringing up, the E! News kept bringing up things about her ex-husband. So
unnecessary, honestly.
So unnecessary. And maybe they deleted it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they did after she went and like announced it. Yep, they deleted it. I'm like looking at it now for people that are listening. They might have deleted it. So E! News put up like article like talking about Tayshia and her like past relationship with her ex-husband, like trying to like talk up here. I think they were trying to like get in contact with him or like talk about him and his life now, like where he is or something like that. And she had to make a statement saying like, can you not, like that's my past.
Yeah.
And this is, I've like moved on. We both have moved on in our lives. Like we're living our own lives. Like you don't need to bring this up right now.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm talking about you at E! News. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is why I'm on The Bachelor right now. Like, I moved on. I'm trying to find my person, like, my husband. Like, you know, that's my past, and we both moved on, so shut up, pretty much. That's, like, the statement she pretty much put out. So they probably deleted that post after because it was, like, a long, like, story on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
that was so unnecessary because we really don't know anything about Tayshia's ex-husband. First of all, like we literally only know that they got divorced. So like, why try and bring up some stuff that nobody needs to know?
And no one really cares.
Exactly.
Like we care about seeing her with someone else happy on The Bachelorette. Yeah. So that's what matters.
Exactly.
Exactly. Any final thoughts?
On a lighter note from divorce, I really liked Tayshia's dresses.
Oh my god, her outfits were amazing this week. Her outfit, I'm like, whoever her stylist is like killing it. They are killing it. Like, can you be my stylist? Like, obsessed with her outfits. Like, they just make her look amazing. I mean, she already is like amazing, but oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're
every single outfit on point. Every single outfit. And I think she wore probably like 6 outfits.
Yeah.
So
like I would wear honestly every single one. And like I'm not really a dress person.
Single one. And those were like so good. Like the shoes too. Her shoes were like perfect. Like I'm speechless because I love like honestly like one of my favorite outfits for The Bachelorette, like Tayshia this season.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it.
She's doing really well with
Yeah.
it. The funny part is that Sarah the entire episode kept telling me I love Tayshia's shoes, and I was just nodding my head. I didn't look at Tayshia's shoes once this entire episode, so I don't know any shoes.
She had this one pair that had like diamonds or sparkles or whatever on it, and like it looked so good. I think she was like wearing white or something, and I was like, damn girl, like, can I borrow those? Where did you get them? I want them. Yeah, oh yeah, she's gonna answer me. I'm nobody.
Hey girl, can I borrow your shoes?
Yeah, exactly. Can I have your outfits? But yeah, she looks great. Like I just hope that she finds the right man and her love and whatever, it all works out in the end, because this has just been so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
I want to see a Bachelorette happy at the end of the season.
Yes. When's the last time a Bachelorette's been happy? Or didn't get divorced?
And like really got engaged on the show and left with that person and is still with that person.
It's been
not in a while.
Yeah.
Everything has just like happened like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like you get engaged and then it's really not the right person for you, and then you get engaged off the set basically.
Well, the last Bachelorette was Hannah Brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was it? So. Holy shit!
Because then they had to stop because of coronavirus.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's just this year has been crazy, and then they had to pause it because of Claire. Yeah, and Claire had to wait, and then I feel like it just blew up. I mean, this year is a whole giant explosion. So.
It really is.
So that's a wrap for today, right?
Yes. A whole wrap.
Yum. I could
In
go
a
for a wrap right
snack.
now. I think the question of the week is, how does everyone feel about Noah? I think that's a good question.
Do we think he's a
Do you
little
trust
sneaky
him?
boy? Yeah.
Do you trust him? And then also Chasen, how do you feel about who, like, do you like Chasen or do you like Ed, or, you know, you're indifferent, or you just don't like either? Who do you think is going to make it farther, or do you think they're both just going to get sent home?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, was Ed over dramatizing the entire thing, or was Chasen actually being too aggressive?
Yeah, I agree.
What do you guys think?
I don't agree, but I don't like, because it was a question.
Agree with the question.
Doy. Okay, I agree with the question. Okay.
Well, comment down below what you guys think, and also voice memo us / DM us if you're listening.
Please, we want to hear what you have to say.
Yes.
We love that, and we'll put you in the podcast. So we'll do a little shout out, unless you want to be anonymous. Of course, we understand. Follow us on Instagram, Spill the Tea with S&T, and we'll shout you out if you shoot us a message and give us your opinions on everything. Don't forget to follow us on Anchor, Spotify, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah. And comment.
Like, and comment, and et cetera, et cetera, et
Do
cetera.
it all.
You know the routine by
Send
now.
us some love.
Send the love. And if you're new here, thank you for listening.
Yes.
We love that. And to all of our old listeners that have been listening from the beginning, thank you. We love you. You're the best. Keep listening,
seriously.
and have a great weekend.
We appreciate you.
We love you. We appreciate you. You are the best.
Okay, you guys, thank you for watching, and we promise to
Spill the tea.
the whole tea
And nothing but
the tea.
Oh God. I think that's it, because we did our outro. Or was that outro bad? No, that was good.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
Tea.
I'm tired.
See you later.
Peace.